Welcome, this is Major Assessment number 5 by Melissa Williams for Walden University. Kohlberg's cognitive development approach was based on the idea that morality is based upon a person's ability to reason and act with free will. Each person developed cognitively based on a set of stages. As they aged and progressed through the stages, their responses to moral dilemmas changed. His research was the foundation of modern character education. Dewey, however, explained that moral inquiry was more suitable to teaching character education, as each situation called for a different response to be decided upon. He claimed emotion and the social environment factored into moral decisions. According to Dewey, the use of reasoning alone was not sufficient to build character. Each situation differs, and each person will react differently to it. One Missouri school claims character education has allowed them to move through curriculum faster and more effectively. Discipline referrals require students to visit the office, which takes time out of class. Beyond the distractions caused by misbehavior, teachers and students are disrupted further by the issuing of punishments. Character education teaches students about values and treating each other with kindness. Less fighting, class disruptions, reduction in tardies to class, and an overall increase in school climate towards the positive are just some of the benefits of character education. Character education was implemented in DeSoto Junior High during the 2012-2013 school year. 9 lessons were taught by students in a homeroom situation. The students were selected for the program based on grades and teacher recommendations. Character counts as the basis for the program, in which key words such as respect, responsibility, caring, citizenship, hardworking, friendly, polite, volunteer, reliable, kind, honest, and helpful are used as the basis for the lessons. The proposed study seeks to analyze and evaluate the character education program for improvement by reducing discipline referrals by another 20% and ensure results seen thus far are reliable. Data related to the program can be gathered from the Student Information System in the form of archival data. Tyler Student Information Systems allows the reports to be generated while maintaining student confidentiality. The number of discipline referrals for each year are reported in the data table shown and are coded by infraction type. The data was analyzed using a t-test for significance completed using GraphPad. The two-tailed p-value indicates the reduction in number of referrals is significant. A 95% level of confidence indicates that a drop in number of referrals during the character education program would continue to be evident during random sampling on other populations. The reduction of 23% is consistent with other research based on capturing kids' hearts, as shown in Holtzapfel et al. In 2011, in which a 22% decrease was found during a similar analysis. A second similar study by Ruiz and Sherman showed a 23% drop with the use of communities in schools. A limitation of this data is that reductions in certain categories may not be directly attributed to the character education program. For example, the hot sheet referrals may be influenced by a set of consequences given for reaching a certain number of hot sheets. Hot sheets are given when homework is not completed. It stands for homework on time and is a separate program. GraphPad.com is the site that was used to do the statistical analysis on the data. So far, the program seems to be a success. However, 1 year of data is not sufficient to claim this. Current research has proposed solid traits and methodology for successful implementation of character education. Proposed solutions are based on these trends. Modeling character starts with teachers and staff. Everything we say and do in the classroom has an impact on students. They learn by watching as well as by action. Lessons on character education can be incorporated into traditional curriculum and not just a standalone program. Real-life situations that students can relate to should be used. Teachers, as models of character education, should be trained on what good character is. We often do not effectively model this or do not understand the implications of our actions. Currently, there are 2 programs, one at the middle school and one at the elementary. A district-wide program that is consistent with terminology and vision is needed. Consistency in assigning punishments is also needed, as policies have been changed mid-year in the past. Assessment on the lessons and follow-up is needed. The lessons so far have been presented and then never revisited in homeroom or other classes. Assessment of teachers as good role models should be made a part of the teacher evaluation process. Consequences for displaying undesirable traits should also be put in place. Walkthroughs for students identified with discipline issues or poor character choices should be implemented by the administration. According to Ruiz et al. 2012, support teams should visually monitor struggling students and provide feedback for students and staff. Currently, there is only a support team in place that functions via email. The proposed methodology for this study is a longitudinal quantitative correlation study with 3 years of discipline data. A chi-square analysis of the data will determine if there is a significance in the reduction of referrals with character education. In the event of no relationship or unclear results, a survey will be conducted with staff to identify needed changes to the program. Once change is implemented, another longitudinal study can then be completed to reevaluate the program. Ethical considerations for this study are addressed by using the Student Information System as a data gathering tool for confidentiality. Student specifics and detailed records are kept private by using coding and totals only in data dissemination. Limitations of the study would consist of the inconsistency between years and consistency in discipline referrals. Future recommendations for the study consist of monitoring the students' discipline referrals totals as they progress into the 9th grade. There is an outside of district middle school that lacks their own high school, and those students will differ in character education instruction when coming to our high school. A comparison could then be made between the 9th grade students from both schools. In conclusion, a focus on moral inquiry as a common teaching practice is needed. Use of technology to train teachers and students on character traits is also going to be beneficial. We need to continue to reflect on the program and discuss character traits as a building, district, and community. References for this presentation and the application paper it is based on can be found on Wikispaces. Using technology to relay this information to the rest of the faculty and staff can be done in a variety of ways. Currently, we utilize YouTube for our character education program, and we post some of our lessons, such as this one here called Being Thankful, onto the YouTube page for dissemination to the students and staff. Our DeSoto Junior High website could be used to share video presentations to the community, and information about community involvement in character education would also be beneficial here. Character Counts is the basis for our program. This is where we got our information and chose our keywords from for the pillars of our program. It is a great resource for teachers on character education and also has training. However, we do not purchase any training from them at this time. Character Plus would be a place that I would recommend membership for our school to get involved with. Membership would be beneficial for our school and created a cohesive district-wide program. Training for staff would be available through Character Plus as well as conferences. TeachersFirst.com has many great resources and lessons. It also has references on how to incorporate character education into lessons that are already created for teachers to use. GoodCharacter.com has a comprehensive list of resources featuring why character education is important, gives a list of organizations that teachers can contact, and provides lesson plans. Once a specific set of training requirements are decided upon to implement with the teachers, a live binder would be an amazing place to utilize to disseminate the information to the staff so that they could come on their own time and learn about character education and perform their professional development requirements. This is a sample binder on character education created by another teacher. It contains a lot of information on what character education is and would be similar to something we would be able to create for our district to implement any needed changes or professional development to increase our results from our character education program. This concludes my video presentation for the Major Assessment number 5. Thank you for watching.